And, you know, this is a difficult business for blacks, but we spend the most money. If you look at the rappers, the entertainers, the sports figures, man, we spend millions of dollars day to day. We don't spend it with no one that looks like us. Hey man, this is Kenny Green, Raw Perspective, man. You know, my man Frank Nitty out of Brooklyn, you know, real fly guy. He DM'd me on this little thing Charleston Whites was talking about as far as why there's no black jewelers, right? There are some black jewelers, but let me tell you about my experience, right? First of all, I'm Kenny Green. A lot of people know me as the Diamond District, right? There's a few brothers that I was associated with up there that we was doing our thing, right? It was Money Russ, Lou Hobbs, Big Black, also Cook, rest in peace, One Arm Monk, and my man Brother, right? Now, One Arm Monk been designing jewelry for a lot of people for a long time, you know what I'm saying? And Brother took it as far as he opened up a spot in the Diamond District. But let me explain something to you, the psychological part and the indoctrination part of our folk. We couldn't get no business. We got business from players and some hustlers, but we didn't really get no business from people that's working every day. It's something about them spending their money with somebody that don't look like them, especially when it's large amounts. If you're going somewhere, you spending like, you know, 20,000, 30,000, whether you're getting an engagement ring. Also, another factor to that is it's a predominantly Jew white, so you had to have someone that would somewhat sponsor you at the right price so you can sell the goods for the right price. And, you know, this is a difficult business for blacks, but we spend the most money. If you look at the rappers, the entertainers, the sports figures, man, we spend millions of dollars day to day. We don't spend it with no one that looks like us. Trust issues, psychological, whatever it is, man, it's bad. We don't do the business with each other. Because when someone comes and, you know, hey, I'm gonna spend 50 grand or so with you, why are we so skeptical? We so easy to give it to somebody else. Why are we so skeptical when it comes to spending bread with people that look like us in large amounts? But you know what you want to do? When you buy that, you spend that 100 grand, 150 on that watch, and then you find out the watch wasn't correct. Then we got all your attention. You want to explain to us what happened. Yo, he's fucked up. I can't believe he did this to me. Well, bro, man, you had the inside track. All you had to do is say something to one of us, man. And like, you know, that $120,000 watch might have been 70 grand. Also, it would have been authentic. When they say these are original, you saying they just meaning that the diamonds are real. Those diamonds didn't come from Rolex. That watch wasn't put together by Rolex. It's not original. It may be an authentic Rolex and real diamonds, but it's not from Rolex the factory. A lot of those Patek Philippe Nautiluses that's going around, they're not from Patek Philippe the factory. And guess what, homies? I'm gonna break this down to y'all. Out of 5 stones, one might be cubic zirconium. So when you got this watch and it got 300 stones, or matter of fact, pardon me, more, it might be 500, 600 stones. Guess what? From them, a percentage of them might be fake. And you'll never know that. And most of the jewelry that you buy from these guys, they won't take it back unless it's super duper heavily discounted because they don't want it. They already sold it to you. That's a hard sale again. So they're not going to sell it, you know, buy it back from you. They already made their gap unless it's heavily discounted. Sometimes, if you're going to buy a piece of jewelry, whether it's an engagement ring, whether it's a watch or different things, just ask them, look, if I got in this little situation and I had to bring this back, I'm getting ready to give you $18,000. If I bring it back, could I get 14? You know how many people, me being in the Diamond District in New York City, I seen maybe spend $8,000, $12,000, $40,000 on these engagement rings and different things. Guy had an engagement ring. He told me, look, man, I spent $16,000 for it. If I can get 15 back, I'm okay. I said, bro, you lucky if you get 5,000 for that. Oh, now, no, you bro. Your argument is not with me. I'll tell you what, I'm going to just take you to somebody so you can hear what it is. Now that you got the information, go back to the people you bought it from. Because we all in the business to make money. But man, you got raped. You got taken advantage of. And I bet when you go back in that store to have that conversation, the attitude will be different. The attitude will be different, man. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is we have to be more knowledgeable about how we do our business and not get caught up in they like me. They gave me wine while I was waiting. They delivered it to my job. All that stupid stroking shit that, and we all like a little of that, but you're paying too much for it. You're paying too much for it. So all I'm saying, man, you know, in the late 70s and early 80s, man, a lot of these jewelers, we watched families pass sons down the hookup with black people while we sat there, ambassadors to this street. Now we done did a lot of business. We got a lot of homies, they first Rolexes and the big chains, and because it's our block, we know how to maneuver in it. And when you watch the Diamond District documentary, you'll see what I'm saying, how important our role was in that. And like I said, brother opened up a booth in the Diamond District. People that look like him wouldn't support him. Monk, one-armed monk, right? I watched him make fly designs. I copied some designs from Monk. That's what we did. We made designs. We had some of the flyest pieces because we knew the ins and outs and we knew how to do the stuff in the jewelry business before a lot of people was even hip to it. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are being new to us. We grandfathered in. And if you go to that Midtown Diamond District and you bring up some of those names, they know. They know. So, man, you know, like I said, man, I wasn't really aware of this Danny Jane or whatever the guy named, but my man Frank Nitty, he brought it to my attention. Thanks for that, because it gave me a chance to just, you know, kick it a little bit. And we have to do business with us. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying at a discount level of service, but we have to do it with us, because every culture benefits off doing business with each other except us. It can change our whole way of being, living, and everything. So, man, part of this is just wanted to inform, man, you know, and we all can complain about what this one not doing. You always got to look at yourself first and say, are you contributing to the solution or are you contributing to the problem? And make a decision. It's that simple. You know what I'm saying? So when you see some, like, you know, blacks doing business, you know, try to help them out, because a lot of times they might not always be in a position to give the same level of pricing. They should give a better and an equal level of service. I'm not letting them say, because, man, we black and we doing business. Now, we don't have to skip each other on no service. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the things that we have a big problems on. Yeah, you look like me, but I don't want to be discounted on how I'm treated. So all of this is psychological, man, that we got to work to get out of, man, because it's really detrimental, man. You know, the world stage looks at us and say, man, these people spend a lot of money, but they don't spend it with each other. So I just needed to point that out, break it down a little. It's a whole lot more that I like to say on that topic. You know what I'm saying? But I've watched jewelry places mimic New York, whether it's Atlanta, Dallas, you know, different places, because once they grab the black market, they gone. Their whole life changed. I remember when Jacob the jeweler was a youngster, and we did little things back and forth. He's gone. Once somebody say, and then my man Monk introduced a lot of celebrities to Jacob. Jacob is gone. Is Monk benefiting off that relationship that he helped cultivate? No. You know what I'm saying? All of us had relationships with people when we did things, man. And this is how it is. So, man, we got to lock in with each other, man. Good, bad, and different. We got to lock in. That's the only way things are going to be different. Kenny Green, just giving you a raw perspective, man. Press the likes, subscribe, do all that shit, man, because I got a lot of more conversation for you, man. And it's coming from the raw, all right? You know what I mean? Because don't need to pussyfoot around with it. You know, we need the raw. You know, we need to tell it like it is, because that other shit just gets people on the wrong track and it gets people hurt. And we need to understand, man, embrace each other. Don't get caught up in, you know, oh, he did this, man. Be a man. Have a conversation. Yo, what's up? Why you acting like that? Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Raw perspective, Kenny Green. Signing out. Let's get it in.